Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. So, the the reading you've been asking for the last couple of days is here. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Hunter Biden, Ten of Swords, just showed up. I got nothing for you. I mean, honest to God, I got nothing for you. Other than, when nobody's talking about, Marjorie Taylor Greene's kind of got that middle school mean girl vibe going on about her. You know what I mean? I think to the point where Lauren Boebert, they'll clap back on her because Marjorie Taylor Greene says, I'm not in this high school drama. And she goes, yeah, most of us left that in middle school, implying that Marjorie Taylor Greene acts like a middle schooler and at least Lauren Boebert's in high school. Middle school, when you got those awkward feelings towards members of the opposite sex and you don't know how to express them. And so you do destructive things because you want that attention. Wondering if Hunter Biden is Marjorie Taylor Greene's thirst trap. She's divorced. She's available, gentlemen. Most of my audience are women. But there's some guys on there. Hey, guys. She's available. Go get her. Oh, man. Okay. All kidding aside, the right is really, really obsessed with Hunter Biden and apparently his laptop and pornographic pictures on it, whether they're really there or not, because, again, chain of custody can't be shown. We don't know the origin of these pictures. And even if you possess the laptop, you do not possess the right to show the information on the hard drive. You don't have that right. And Hunter Biden has filed lawsuits for violations of those rights. Hunter Biden's attorneys, because of her little act, also filed ethics charges against her or asked the ethics board to look into her, which will be a whole lot of nothing, as you might imagine. Although I suppose I could read on that too. But this was during a House Oversight Committee talking with IRS agents who are whistleblowers who are saying how the IRS slow walked and went easy on financial investigations into the Bidens. At one point, Jamie Raskin asked Chairman James Comer, should we be displaying this, Mr. Chairman? There's no response in the article what the chairman said. But the reason why Marjorie Taylor Greene was holding these pictures up was allegedly that Hunter Biden had inappropriately used the company that he's working with to write off payments to prostitutes, which the IRS whistleblower Joseph Ziegler would not confirm. So basically, you throw up some salacious pictures, throw out some wild-ass accusation under the guise that it's a legitimate question. The IRS whistleblower is not going to confirm it because it's not true. And you get your soundbite and your social media clicks. Remember what I said about people losing their minds that have associations with January 6th and the upcoming indictments coming from Jack Smith. Here's another example of somebody just losing their mind and trying to distract onto other things. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene, let's find out what's behind you showing off blurred images of prostitutes with Hunter Biden. Pics. Good God. A fool. Well, yeah, that was a stupid thing to do. So we got a fool, a new journey. This because of just general foolishness on her part? Is this because of Jack Smith's investigation indictments coming up? She's trying to muddy the waters, or is she trying to start a relationship with Hunter? In celebration. Yeah, women are celebrating. I don't know if that was the flex that she thought it was. I mean, I think it was on Kim's channel during her live feed. Somebody posted up saying that they might start referring to Hunter Biden as the big guy. Jeez. Okay, so a foolish act that I think she thinks is going to that she's going to be celebrated for. This is the crowning achievement of the Hunter Biden laptop expose, or nude pics of Hunter Biden with a prostitute, and saying he had the company write it off. So again, how does Donald Trump and a prostitute, pregnant wife, hush money payments, how does that factor into this again? I forget. I get these stories confused here. Why is one okay and the other one's not? Okay, and the past is the world card. This case was going nowhere, and it's continuing to go nowhere. It's done. But she's trying to keep it in the news cycle. She's trying a new angle to get this story in the news cycle so that they can have some type of victory with it. But the story's done. There's no there. And in the current situation is Mr. Smith. He's coming in with his January 6th indictments and indictments on the Georgia. Although he's not dealing with the Georgia, I'm sure he has worked with Fonnie Willis to some degree. There's going to be some coordination there. But Jack Smith's investigations are coming up. That's what's driving all this. That's what's on her mind. And over it all, it's the theft that's been going on. Now, on a real petty level, if Hunter Biden's laptop was left at a computer repair guy's store, the computer repair, and it's abandoned, the computer repair guy's store can take possession of that laptop. He does not get possession of the software on that laptop. He just gets the hardware. So you wipe the laptop. You can upload your own operating system or your own version of Windows if that's what you want on it. And then you can keep it. You can sell it. You can do what you want. But you cannot take the information off of the hard drive and share that around. But I think these are all the acts that she was involved with January 6th. All the things she's done, from supporting the insurrection to purportedly or allegedly having a role in planting pipe bombs at the RNC and DNC, just the nefarious activities around January 6th, again, is all over this. Things are happening fast. Information's coming fast. Swift actions need to be taken in order to try and distract from this. Out comes the Knight of Wands. She is really worried because she knows of her culpability in with this. And so she's trying to use this as a way to flex and project strength. But it's not working. It's not working. Maybe it's working with a few people, but not overall. Underneath is the decision. She had a choice to, not so much to show this. She had a choice to let this go or go some other way. She's got choices she still needs to make. And the choice she's going is doubling down on Hunter Biden. She thinks that story is a winner. Now, mind you, the Republicans have been trying to make Hunter Biden an issue since before the 2020 election. We go all the way back to Trump's perfect phone call to Zelensky to get an investigation into the Bidens or Hunter Biden and Burisma. He didn't even have to say there didn't even have to be an investigation. He just had to say there was one. So what are we on now? 4 years of this? Yeah, at least 3 or 4 years of trying to make Hunter Biden some international villain. It's not gone anywhere. But they don't have any other tricks up their sleeves. So why did she do this? She's worried about Jack Smith and the January 6th investigation. That's why. Okay. So many questions to ask. What's Marjorie Taylor Greene's opinion of Hunter Biden? Mm-hmm. Hello. Does she think he's something and she wants a little piece of that action, or is he just another way to grift? What's her opinions on Hunter Biden? Oh my, tough choices to make. Do I go for sexy Hunter Biden or do I stay a grifting mean girl and go out with white trashy guys? Such choices. Planning, retreat, hangman. If she went after him, he'd say no. What's the deal with this? Okay, so there's no hotness with Hunter Biden. She's just making a business decision. Like, yeah, this is what I think is in my best interest right now. And I think part of it is that things have been too quiet and she's nervous because things have been too quiet, and that's on the Jack Smith front. So she's trying to just trying to raise the energy level, as it were. But I think she's really concerned about, about how quiet the DOJ has been, and the announcement is forthcoming. So she's making her plans as to what to do. And I can't picture a scenario where she's making herself the willing sacrifice. I have a hard time believing that she's going to take a new view on things. So I think she's trying to make Hunter Biden the sacrifice. She's going to absolutely do everything she can to distract people from herself and her actions on these two cards by vilifying him. But underneath, I think it's not getting the traction that she wants. And probably information is coming back that she doesn't want to hear. I think she's still protected in her district because it's gerrymandered to hell and back. But, she was booted out of Club Freedom Caucus, and she's trying to reinvent herself. And I think in this case, she's still trying to show the MAGA crowd that she's still, even though she's not in the Freedom Caucus anymore, she's your MAGA queen bee, and you should pay attention to her. So expect continued outrageous behavior from her as she continues to try and pander to deplorable people. Because she needs those deplorable people in order to be reelected. And by reelected, I don't mean against the Democrat that runs against her. I mean against some other Republican or MAGA person primarying her in her district. If she's not part of the MAGA crowd, some more extreme MAGA person might come in and steal her gravy train. So queen bee she must be. It's funny because she was trying to reinvent herself as a rank and file conservative, and then she got kicked out of the MAGA crowd, and now she's realizing she is kind of in between groups. She's not being embraced by the conservatives, and she's not being embraced by the MAGA crowd. So if she doesn't, do something to solidify some type of foundation, she's got no foundation with which to launch off of, and she'll be out of political power. All right, so it has nothing to do with her having a childhood girl crush on Hunter Biden. Oh, that's too bad. Will this ethics committee investigation go anywhere? We haven't heard anything yet about I gotta do a George Santos update. It's been a while, Okay, what about this ethics committee? Is this going to go anywhere? Is she going to be held to account for anything? These cards were trying to fly off. Let's find out. What's going to be the results of this ethics? Mind you, I really don't think it's going anywhere. Oh, there's the offer you don't like. It's just the ethics group going up. For God's sake, we got Santos. We got Jim Jordan. We got... who else is in the house that's absolutely crazy? Lauren Boebert. And now we got this one too. And they've got so many unethical people to deal with. And it's hard work. Oh, it's so hard work. Everybody's so unethical these days. Oh, so hard to be ethical when everybody else is a complete and utter turd. Well, that's the hard part about being ethical when everybody's being a turd. It's hard work. You going to do anything about it? Let's see. Oh my, maybe. Wow, that would be amazing. That would be an amazing spine to grow. Let's see what happens with George Santos. That one's supposed to be coming out sooner rather than later. And if there was ever an ethical case that should be the easiest to enforce, it would be George Santos. So if you can't nail that one, then y'all have no business being on there. So let's see what happens with Santos, and that might help define this Ace of Swords. This Ace of Swords might also be that the public wants something done about this because this is just getting ridiculous. And maybe they don't have the sword of justice on their hands. Maybe they're just the wilting lilies. In the past, we got the death card. To me, maybe before the ethics group could bring an end to somebody's political career. But right now, it seems like it's the ethics group whose political careers have ended. It's almost like a punishment to be on the ethics group. Like, you've been bad. You haven't been unethical enough. Go join the nerdy kids at the nerdy kid table and stay away from us. You guys don't get to have any of the money, type of thing. Death card. They're supposed to be bringing an end to things. Investigating, bringing an end to the corruption. But that's been in the past. That's not what they've been doing recently. Current situation is the Tower. Boy, these are great cards if you actually think they're going to do their job. So, in this case, with Marjorie Taylor Greene, this is a distasteful act that's obviously wrong. This should have been political suicide before, and it's their job to bring her down. Because you have the sword of justice underneath. This is your responsibility to do this. These are two of the left hook, right to the melon type cards. Are they going to do anything about it? They have the right. There we go. There's the theft. There's the unethical behavior. You're stealing. You're doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, and everybody knows it, even though you're sneaking. I mean, before you'd sneak around and do this, but now you're doing it in broad daylight. You're not even doing it at night anymore. You're not even trying to hide it. And that's why this thing is so difficult, because they're not trying to hide it. They want to give her the benefit of the doubt, and they can't. Lesson to be learned is the Hermit. Just what I was talking about. The low energy Hermit is retreating, going back into the cave, withdrawing and hiding. The high energy is going forward, being a font of wisdom, going forward and exposing things. I was just saying, this stuff is being done in broad daylight. On TV, in front of God and everybody. You can't pretend it didn't happen. 3 major arcana. You can't pretend it didn't happen. What are y'all going to do? Well, somebody might actually get censured here. Or people on the ethics committee might resign. Somebody's leaving. Somebody's going somewhere. And it really should be Marjorie Taylor Greene, because that behavior is abhorrent. I don't know if any laws are broken. I tried looking that up. And one person... it was in a Newsweek article. Let's see if I can grab the name of the person here. Attorney Andrew Lieb told Newsweek via email on Wednesday that Greene is likely protected from any legal action by showing those pictures during the committee hearing, due to her and all members of Congress being protected by the speech and debate clause. Yes, it's true that the statute has an exception to its applicability for the matter of public concern or public interest, but you need to ask yourself, why is this a matter of your interest? It's certainly not part of mine. So what he's trying to say is, yeah, she might try and say that this is public interest, that's why I had to show that, but now she has to kind of demonstrate that. And that's where the ethics committee actually has to come in and decide, make that difficult choice that this wasn't in the public's interest, and do something about it. Because you ain't bothering to hide it. It's out there for everybody to see. What are you going to do? If they do nothing, it truly is the most feckless committee in the U.S. government, bar none. That is clearly unethical behavior. I don't know how much more unethical you could be. What, unblur the private parts and unblur the partners that he was with? Is that the line? Where's the line on this one? They didn't blur his face out. It was quite evident who they were portraying. And through material that was probably illegally gotten and could fall under revenge porn laws. No, I mean, for God's sake. The Republicans just wind themselves up with all this outrage, and then they do the wildest things. Have you no decency? All right. Will Hunter Biden win his lawsuit against Marjorie Taylor Greene? Will he sue Marjorie Taylor Greene? Will Hunter Biden sue Marjorie Taylor Greene? He hasn't done it yet. Maybe he doesn't think he can. I have to ask a different question. With the lawsuits Hunter Biden does have with regards to his laptop and the sharing of information on that laptop, will he win those court cases? There's a celebration there. I think that's going to be a yes. There might be a plea deal. There could be a victory and an apology that's made, retractions or something along those lines. Okay. They chained themselves to the devil. That was the wrong thing to do. You did this to yourselves, guys. You volunteered this to yourselves. There was information there that you were privy to that you had no business having, and then you shared that information without anybody asking. You asked yourselves, and then you answered your own question and tried to make it about other people asking you the question. And now you get to pay the price for your foolish actions. You clearly don't know right from wrong. You only looked at the good stuff. You didn't look at the bad stuff, which you did showed zero integrity and zero accountability. And you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay monetarily for that. And the whole world is watching. This is, again, this is going to bring these lawsuits that Hunter Biden brings and wins will bring an end to the whole Hunter Biden saga. That will end it because it won't be worth paying the money for the defamation that you're doing or the out and out theft of data, because defamation is a little harder to prove, or a lot harder to prove, but proving that information was allegedly on the hard drive and you had no business sharing it, that's going to be really easy to prove. So, what do we take away from all this? Marjorie Taylor Greene is scared poopless about the January 6th investigations. She does not have a heaping crush on Hunter Biden. This is just her way of, trying to stay relevant and trying to muddy the waters. The ethics committee might actually do something. Stick a pin in that one. We'll find out. And Hunter Biden's lawsuits against people will likely result in him winning and those people paying off, and probably the end of the whole Hunter Biden laptop fiasco. I think that's everything. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sticking with me for the 24 minutes that is this video. Thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the comments that you leave and the thumbs ups and the shares and all that. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.